What's going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to another SLA video. Guys, before we start the video off, I just want to remind everybody, content creator program is going on. We just got approved for our first code of the season, and I've sent it out to all supporters. So you're going to get yourself 300 advanced mana crystals plus 50 dungeon entry keys if you are a supporter. It's already been sent out to everybody this morning. So please, guys, make sure you hit that support button, get yourselves into the program. It's free and it is pinned to every single comment section of every single video. Now, this video is going to be an important one because it's going to talk about how to get yourself prepared for the top 6K of WOBL going forward and the mistakes I made in this game that could have made me top 3K most likely if I just put some focus. Now, this is going to be a little bit of a learning curve for a lot of folks, and this is important, guys, because there are a lot of mistakes to be had, and this is going to teach a lot of folks how to min-max their account. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my free-to-play account, and also come join me live when I go live to try to attempt to finish this. I might not be able to finish it this week, but I'm hoping by next week we will hit that top 6K and complete it. It is something that's very important to a lot of players, including myself, and if I do miss this, this is going to be the first one I would be missing in the last 4 or 5. So please come join me. Let me log in and we'll get into the video. All right, guys, as you can see here, we have the top 3K have been killed. So congratulations to everybody. And if you are somebody who is logging in now, you should be seeing quite a few rewards coming your way from the top 3 being killed. So first off, congratulations to everybody. We did do the top 1K the first day it came out with the pay to win. That's never been an issue, never will be an issue most likely. So for those who are aiming for top 6K, I'm going to go over the mistakes I made that could have prepared me probably for top 3, even though top 3K honestly is for smaller spenders and very meticulous, and I'd say lucky free-to-play players. So I'm gonna just go over a couple things that will help you guys hit top 3 next time. If you are somebody who's aiming for top 3, you're going to need a couple A10 units. You guys can see my draw history here. I actually did get lucky and got Elena finally, and then right over here, my last summon, I actually ended up getting both of these in one summon. So Summon Assura and Moonlight Gale. So I did get both of them up to A6 and A7. So for those who are going to use Sun Jinu section, you're going to need to get your weapons pretty high up. I'd say probably A7, A8, A9, A10, those areas if you want to even compete for the top 3K. But for top 6K, you can probably settle for, I say, A7 for both of them, and you should be okay for the weapon. So that's the number one thing. Aim for that. Obviously, your supporters are going to probably need to be at roughly around A7 as well. For anyone who's aiming for top 3 for free to play, next time you're going to have to hit A10 for a couple of your units, and without question, you're going to need A10 weapons. Those are going to be a must-have. You cannot skip that. That is going to be something that's going to be essential to you and the rest of your squad. Now, for those who are aiming for top 3K or top 6K, all of your armory at this point also needs to have level 130 weapons. Okay, so if I go into my relic and look at my armory here, you'll see all the weapons that are in your armory. Every single one of these weapons now need to be at the very least, guys, need to be level 130. You don't have a choice. So if you are somebody who's aiming for that level, all of these weapons here, all of your weapons here are all going to require you to hit level 130. So guys, if you haven't done so already, I highly recommend everybody go into here, start opening these up and start maxing everything out that you can, because you're going to need a lot of these. So I'm going to hit the, actually we're going to need some more of these even. Look at that. See, you need quite a bit of this. So 130 every weapon is going to be mandatory for anyone who is aiming to get their armory up to gain more power. Now, this is important. I'm helping you guys min-max everything, because right now as it sits, if you're not min-maxing, you're not going to have enough power to compete. Okay, and I'll show you guys what my power is at right after I'm done showing you guys how to do all this, because again, this is very important for you guys to level up. Like you can see, my armory is going up. 1,000 doesn't look like a lot, but when you do 10 to 15 of them, it starts to add up real quick, and it starts to make a lot more sense of why this is a requirement and why you're going to need to do this as soon as possible. So let me go ahead and level all this up, and we're going to come back and I'll show you guys the next thing you need to do. All right, now that we've completed that portion, guys, the next thing you're going to need to go in is do your gems. Everything needs to be percentages, so make sure everything's a percent, and you want to hit level 6 gems for everything. Now, one thing to note is that my gems have some A's and some B's. You don't want to have any B's if you're going to min-max. You're going to want all A's. Now, this is going to be a little bit of RNG and luck, of course. If you don't have A's, it's going to make it really tough to do this. In my case, I didn't have enough A's to complete all of it, so you guys can see we're looking at A's and B's across the board, but that still should be enough to help you top 6K, but not top 3K. So for anyone who is planning to do top 3, all of this needs to be maxed out to all 8 gems, and you want to have percentages to make sure that your shadows have everything they need to gain max power out of this, including yourselves. All right, so that's another really big one, guys, that needs to also happen for you and the squad. Now you guys can see here, I said I'm going to show you guys my BT, right? So this is my current total battle power, 7.624, but then of course the units, Sunjinu section won't be a problem. The main problem is going to be the fight for the hunters. The hunters is going to be the toughest part. So again, I'll show you guys my hunter power real quick so you guys have a general understanding of where we are here for hard mode and where we're going to be suffering. So right here you guys can see I'm at 7.131980. Now of course, for anyone who wants to do top 3k, you're going to need a maxed out Myro. Your top 1k, you're going to need maxed out Myro, and if you don't have maxed out Myro, that's fine. You're going to need maxed out remnants, and that's something I'm also lacking. 44, 50, 40 and 10. So this needs to be another 10 levels. This needs to be another 6 levels. So once I get these up here, this will be enough then to push my power to where I want to be. I'm still going to attempt this today live, so make sure you're there for it, and we're going to see if we can do that. Speaking of attempts and power, you're also going to need your shadows maxed out. You guys can see my shadow arms me at 2.362. If we look at everybody, I think everybody has their weapons maxed out, so that's good. Everybody has their growth maxed out. I believe I should have everybody growth maxed out as well. So we're almost there for shadows. The main thing that's missing right now is skills, right? So if you are somebody who wants to min-max, you're going to need to get your skills up for every single one of your hunt or your shadows. You guys can see a lot of mine are 7s and 8s, but a lot of them are going to need even further for min-maxing if you plan to take advantage of this. So for example, you're going to need to do for like here, if I let me erase that right there. If I want to go 8s, I'm going to need quite a few of these as well. I can go in and quick craft this real quick, and if I go in and level it up, you'll see right here I only get 750 power, but that does still make a difference because it is total power for you and the rest of your army to take advantage of. So make sure, guys, you do that one as well. So remnant power is essential. The armory is essential, guys. You guys can see all of this making a massive difference. Another section that's really important, of course, is going to be your co-op section. So for all of your elemental needs, you're gonna need to max this out as well. So make sure, guys, you are putting all efforts into maxing this out and all of these things out as well too. For now, fire is the most important because of course that's what we're going to be using for hunter mode to complete WOBL, but this is something that's essential as well. You are going to need this. And of course the easiest ones, getting advancements for your hunters. Advancements for hunters is the most difficult part because it's the most expensive part to do, but it's something that is essential if you plan to push for high-end content, guys. So keep pushing, keep doing it, get your advancements up, get your co-op hunters up, and keep focusing on gems, and don't forget your artifacts, guys. Artifacts is so key. So for something like artifacts, you're gonna need to aim for some of the better things you're looking for. So for power, oh my god, why? Oh, sorry, I fucking can't stand this weapon. Anyways, I knew that was going to happen for some reason. I had a feeling. For artifacts, you're going to want to push the best possible stats for your hunters, and anyone who is looking for just main power, try to put up as much MP consumption into your artifacts as you can and try to boost that MP consumption up. It gives you a ton of power. Speaking of MP consumption, your cores also will need the proper stats. So your cores for your main stats should be percentages, and then under here, if you're looking for the most amount of power, put MP consumption as much as you possibly can. Push MP consumption in every single thing that's possible in order to gain the most amount of power. MP consumption gives you a ton of power. So for example, if I were to take, let's say, Gina right over here, right? You see I have attack percentage and MP consumption. It's a massive difference compared to putting, let's say, attack percentage and damage increase. Watch, I'll just show you guys a quick example of this. 20 and 20, look, I'll actually end up losing 8,000 power there, but if I put MP consumption in as the main stat, you'll see I'll gain an extra 8,000 power. So guys, MP consumption is critical for all of your TP needs. Remember, this game runs on TP. I've been saying this from day one. It's been shown to be true from day one, and it will continue to be true until the very end. TP rules everything in this. So for example, here you're going to want defense percentage and MP consumption, as much MP consumption as you possibly can in your units to max it out. The only time you don't want MP consumption is for your main DPS. You want Liu, for example, to have everything he needs to get his job done without having to sacrifice main stats. And MP consumption could sit in some places, but you don't ideally want it to be everywhere just because you're going to need some more power to get it done. But if I were to put MP consumption anywhere, right, I'd put it like in this section here. So for example, right there, look, it will get an extra 8,000 power right there. So that pushes up a little further. And Christopher Reed, you can do the same thing too, by the way. You can give him all the MP consumption you need just because he's not there for damage. damage. The only person you want to avoid that for is going to be Liu, because he's there to do all the damage for you and make sure, of course, that you walk out a winner and not a loser, which in this case could very well happen, guys. So just keep that in mind when you are doing this, and make sure your stats are fairly balanced. We want to make sure we have some pretty decently balanced stats. So for example, here, of course, we have the critical hit rate needs to be much higher. We have 50% defense pen, damage increases at 25%, crit damage is at 200%. So all that stuff's fun, but you need to make sure that you have the crit rate in order to get the job done. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. Good luck on your top 6K for those who are aiming for it. Come join me live today and see if I can do mine. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.